Yo, what's up guys? It's Vader and I'm back with something that I've been waiting on coming for just a couple of days now. I actually bought it before Christmas and this is it, just basically came today, and it's the Mcfarlane Lieutenant Titus from Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2, the video game. And yeah, I really like the packaging on this one. It's a lot more collector friendly. Like, obviously you've got a picture here of the actual in-game model here, and then obviously you've got the Ultramarine logo there, Space Marine as well, and then obviously you would have the figure in the box as well. So, like I mentioned, it's really, really collector friendly. More collector friendly than the previous boxes that Mcfarlane have done. I know they did this with other figures from this like wave, but like I've only been getting like the artist proof versions and the normal versions, but I'm really liking how this box looks. So we'll get everything out of the box first. The accessories, how I usually do it is we'll look at the accessories first and then we'll go into the figure. So basically after taking everything out of the trays and stuff, this is basically what you would see. And obviously you would have the figure in with all these accessories, and obviously you've got a base to display him on it. I've not really displayed any of the Mcfarlane Warhammer figures that I have, but I will say the bases are pretty okay. They're not the best, but they work. So yeah, that's just a little gripe. But yeah, these are the accessories you get with them, plus one bolt pistol that I actually have on the figure right now. But you do get quite a few accessories. I would have preferred extra hands. That's something that I have a little gripe with these figures, is they don't really come with extra hands. It's just two hands that they come with, and you don't have like ones for like resting the figure's hand on for like better grip. But anyway, this is the Thunder Hammer, and it's sculpted really, really nicely. It's got some weathering on it as well, some scratches as well. Really, really cool. I might actually go over some of this with some better paint so that I can bring the details out. But the detail that's on it right now for what you're getting is pretty good. So yeah, that's the Thunder Hammer. Not actually had a Thunder Hammer before. And obviously Titus's backpack here. Some nice detail there on the Ultramarine symbol there with the skull, which is pretty accurate to how it looks in the game. And then of course you've got his lieutenant helmet with the red and white parts there, and the skull there that's painted nicely, nice and gold with the eyes there. And then the last piece of accessory you get is his little card as well. So you've got the in-game model there, and you turn it round and it just basically tells you a little bit about him. So you can pause there and read that there. So yeah, pretty cool accessories. So now what I'm going to do now is show you guys a little custom that I made. And this is one of the artist proof versions of the helmet, and I've just basically painted it to try and kind of look like this helmet here. It's not bad at all. But yeah, there's a lot of detail that's missing on the actual product one here. It's not got the black parts there on the hoses, but it's pretty good. I'll say that it's pretty good and leave it there. But anyway guys, I'm gonna get the figure out now and let you guys see him and get all of these stuff on him now, so bear with me. This is the figure here, and I do have to say it looks really, really good. The paint apps on the armour are a lot more weathered compared to how the previous Warhammer figures from Mcfarlane are. This looks more actual, like the colours of the actual Warhammer figures. Well, not figures, sorry, like paint. Like they've like gone that extra mile with the paint apps to make it more how the little miniatures are. And you'll see this is one that I've actually painted from the crag blue. And yeah, the actual paint does actually look very accurate to how the actual Games Workshop paint actually looks. So I'm very happy on that. Like the previous Mcfarlane Space Marines that they've done, the Primaris Space Marines from the Ultramarines, the paint apps that they've used are a little too bright. But this one, for instance, is just a lot more weathered. The paint looks more weathered, as if he's been like doing his job basically, protecting the Imperium from like Tyranids and like the Chaos Invaders and stuff. So yeah, that's what I like about him. He's a lot more weathered. And he's got his Death Watch chain there as well, which is sculpted pretty nice as well. Same with the bolt pistol as well. And this is painted really nicely as well. This, look, his shoulder pad here. So you've got the Ultra there. I think I don't really know if it says Ultrama or if it should say Ultra on it. I can't really remember. But yeah, it says Ultra there, and obviously you've got the purity seals on his shoulders there. Painted nicely as well. And same with his the gold parts there on his shoulders as well. They look very weathered. And he's got like some dirt there on his armour, which is really, really cool. It's a nice touch when you've got wait, oh shit. It's a nice touch when they add stuff like that, because that's kind of like what it's like in the game. You're like running around in like forests and he's getting like dirt and grime and stuff on his armour and stuff, obviously, and blood as well. So it's really cool that they've actually incorporated that on it. So you can see some dirt and grime there as well. Same with there on his chest area. But yeah, he's painted really, really well. The only one little gripe that I have with this figure is the head sculpt. The head sculpt looks fine. It's just the paint apps that they've put to give the 5 o'clock shadow look. If my camera would focus. Yeah. And the studs are not accurate. They should be gold. They're like the 4 service studs there should be gold, but they're not. So I'll probably have to give that a little repaint. But other than that, the paint, the sculpt on the head sculpt looks fine. I will say that. It's just the paint apps let it down with like this area here. So yeah, and obviously the service studs not being how they're supposed to be, but he is very articulated. I will say that about him. Like, you can get him into some like really cool dynamic poses, because obviously he has a lot of articulation. I think he's got like about 24 or like 32 points of articulation, so you can like get him into some poses like as if he's like firing his gun. And then he's got at the back of him as well some really good articulation in the back of his legs, and you can have him like doing like the splits and stuff as well. In fact, I'll just set up a little quick pose real quick. You can even get him in like a pose where he's like kneeling as well, because of the way that the joints are as well. So bear with me a second and I'll get him into some dynamic poses for you guys real quick. Well, this actually looks pretty good. Lots of good movement in the joints on his legs there. And obviously, as you're seeing right now, he holds a pose pretty well. I don't really think I'll leave him like this, but just showing you guys an idea of like the pose factor that these figures have, because I do believe that they're quite heavy, especially the artist proofed versions, when obviously they have all the paint on them, so they're going to be really, really heavy. And that hammer as well is really heavy for him to hold. So I don't really plan on keeping them like this, but this is just basically to show you guys the actual poses that you can get them in. So I'll get them in one more little pose and then I'll do a final thoughts on them, so bear with me. This one will be kind of like how I'll have them displayed if he doesn't decide to fall. But yeah, he holds a pose really, really well. I'm actually surprised at how well he's actually holding that pose there. And obviously we have the bolt pistol here, which is just painted like a gunmetal grey and black. But yeah, honestly, some nice detail works on this actual piece and the parts as well, on the Thunder Hammer as well. Like I said, I'm going to try and add some more detail on this guy to try and like bring more of the detail out, but the detail that's actually on him right now and the paint apps are actually really nice for basically what you're getting. I mean, this is not Hot Toys quality, or maybe NECA as well, but like for what I paid for, I'm really, really happy. Like I actually paid, I think it was like £49 that I paid for them, and I had actually just looked on eBay there, and the rest of them were actually going for like about 55. So I kind of got a good deal. I would say that I got a really good deal on them. And they have this in an artist proof version as well, which I might try and get. But yeah guys, I hope you have enjoyed a look at this figure. And I do have something that I want to mention as well, will show. I actually received my helmets as well from the Etsy seller, because I remember I was trying to make this figure, so basically all of the parts came. And yeah, this is one of the helmets that came with them. Well, one of the helmets that came from the seller, and I've basically painted it for an ultramarine. But I don't know who to put it on. But anyway guys, I hope you have enjoyed a look at this figure from Mcfarlane. This is the Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 Lieutenant Titus. And he is a beast of a figure. As ever guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've got any comments about the figure or questions, please just leave them on the comments below and I will try and get back as soon as possible. And one other thing I forgot to mention as well is the hands are not actually painted how they're supposed to be. I will definitely do that after this review is done. So yeah, if you guys leave a comment, I'll definitely get back to you on the comments on this figure. But I hope you have enjoyed it. As ever guys, take care and thank you so much for watching. And I hope you have had a Merry Christmas. And I will definitely see you guys in the new year when my other review comes up. So as ever guys, thank you for watching. Cheers guys, thanks.